It's Kia here from Kia Creates, bringing you journal inspiration, stickers and playful creativity, and today we have something very playful and maybe a little bit strange. So last spring, around the time of my How to Embrace Spring video, I got this book. It's Wild Magic by Fern Freud, a seasonal guide to foraging with healing recipes and self-care rituals. I just looked at this and I was like, I imagined the version of me that would wear dresses with puff sleeves and a bow in my hair and carry a little basket around the woods and like collect ingredients. Alas, I have not turned into that girl just from getting this book. In fact, I haven't really tried that much from it. That's something I would like to change, and we're starting with a weird and wonderful recipe for magnolia fritters. So in the spirit of spring, I was looking through the spring section of the book. It tells you like what grows in spring, what things you can make with it. And I came across this part about magnolias, and I love magnolias. I think they're so beautiful. I love that they just transform a normal looking tree for like just a short portion of the year, and they just feel so spring and so pretty. And I just saw this and I thought, what do you mean you can actually like make recipes with magnolias? Like, I didn't know that you could even eat them. Disclaimer, this is me just having a go at something in the book. This is not a tutorial. This is not me telling you to just go out and eat magnolia flowers. I read in the book and a little bit online about how to identify them, which ones, I mean, I think they're all edible, but don't quote me on that, but like which ones would actually taste nice, and like some colours are really bitter, stuff like that. So please read up on it if you want to try something like this. But I saw these recipes, it had pickled magnolia. I was like, what? It kind of looked like, you know, the pink pickled ginger that you get with sushi. And I was like, this sounds interesting. And magnolia fritters, let me just try, where you like actually fry the magnolia petals in batter. I was like, this sounds so interesting, so weird. It's the kind of thing where like before I maybe would have just gone past it and been like, yeah, I'm probably not going to make that. And I was like, do you know what, why not? There's loads of magnolia trees around the neighbourhood. It seems like an easy thing to do to just make some batter and try it, and I thought it would just be a fun, playful way to try something different. And I thought it would be fun to journal about, because I could just imagine like making a journal spread about magnolias and magnolia fritters and trying a recipe. I thought, why not give it a go? So I have been around the neighbourhood, not dressed like this, because as much as I love the idea of like flouncing around in this, it's just really not warm enough for that. I'm just living my cottagecore dreams inside the house and in our garden and nowhere else. So out in the big wide world wearing a more conventionally acceptable and warmer outfit. I visited people's houses in the neighbourhood that had big magnolia trees, and I was very nervous because randomly like cold calling people to ask them if I can pick flowers off their tree is like very much out of my comfort zone. It's not a normal thing to do. But I did want to ask because I felt like if I was just going around and like picking, I knew people probably wouldn't mind because the magnolia flowers, like when they bloom, there's loads. But I thought if they look out the window and then just see me like picking some flowers off, I'm going to feel nervous the whole time because I'm going to like feel randomly guilty and feel like I'm doing something wrong. And they're going to be like, what the hell, who's this girl, what's she doing? So I was like, it'll be nice to ask. And like when talking about foraging in this book, it was like talking about always asking permission. I was like, we're going to do this the right way. So it was like 3 different neighbours in total. They're not like neighbours, they just live nearby. I'd seen the nice magnolias, went out on a walk. And yeah, I just rang their doorbell or knocked on the door and was like, hi, I know this is really strange, but could I take some of your magnolia flowers from your tree? And most of them were like, yeah, but why? And I was like, oh, I'm trying this recipe for magnolia fritters. And then they were like, this girl's Looney Tunes. They were just looking at me like, but fine, okay, go ahead. So I was just like, oh, well, if they go well, you know, maybe I could bring you some. I know it's very weird, I don't usually do this, but I just thought I'll give it a go. So they were like, okay. So I don't know what they think of me. I didn't end up making enough to like, as much as I'd love to be able to go around and be like, remember those flowers I picked for you? Here's some fritters. I didn't have enough for that, because some went wrong and it was only a small batch in the end. And then spoiler alert, they were actually delicious, so I ate them all. So those neighbours may never see me again until it's time for their magnolia to bloom next year. Maybe I'll try it again. But this was a really fun experiment. So I'm just going to share with you the kind of little bit of vlogging that I did, collecting the petals, trying out the recipe, and of course making some journal pages about it. I know this is a little bit unusual, but it felt like it would be a really fun, whimsical, playful thing for me to try out, journal about, and take you along for. So I hope you like it. Let's go! I hope you like that little look into the process of me making these flower fritters. It's a shame about the pickled magnolias, but maybe we'll try again one day. Once I'd printed off these photos for the journal spread, I started gathering what I was going to use. I have some papers, some leftover stickers, and I have these stickers from my shop, which are my collage cutout letter stickers, my cherry blush stickers. I also have a spring magic sheet that I'd like to use for this because it just feels right. And I've printed off some scans of the recipe pages for these fritters, and I want to glue them together to make some kind of little book because I really want an interactive element in this spread. I have the photo of the fritters themselves and then the photo of the little digital collage that I made on shuffles. I have these little circles left over from when I did my interactive journal ideas video. They're cutouts from my calendar, but I thought they were nice to just stick on here. Some other scans I took of the book. This cute frog sticker with a flower crown just feels like it's my energy for this spring season. I can't remember where I got that from, and I'm really gutted that I don't know the name of the shop because I would love to tell everyone about it. So if anyone knows where that frog sticker's from, please tell me. I have some cute washi tapes. Some of them are normal washi, and then some of them are like washi tape stickers that are little petals, and I thought they'd be perfect for this. I just want to cover it in petal stickers. So I started the spread by gluing down some paper, as I usually do, especially in the corners, just to start filling in that blank page, and then outlining it or bordering it with some washi tapes. And then next I did my favourite part, probably my favourite thing about the spread, and just I found it really satisfying, was to write the title Magnolia Fritters in these collage cutout letter stickers or scrapbook letter stickers, ransom note letter stickers, whatever you want to call them. I'm still on that hype. I'm still obsessed with these. I just find it so satisfying. Like, I just think that looks really pretty, and I was like, it doesn't really matter what I do on the rest of the spread, I just really love this title. After some more washi tape, I added these little dot pieces of calendar. This is why I love keeping scraps, because they're literally waste from me making something out of an old calendar page. So it's like a scraps from a calendar, but scraps from an old project where I used an old calendar. So it's like double scraps. And I just thought they were really cute colours for this, like green and pink, very spring. I added some of my spring magic stickers. I just wanted this spread to feel pink and fresh and like busy with lots of little cute things, just like how spring does. I'm becoming a bit of a bow girly apparently, so I've added a little gingham bow on there. And then this is when I made the interactive element, the little mini recipe book. I used the pinking shears, aka zigzag scissors, to make the edges of this just look cute. And then I glued together the two little folded pages, kind of like I did for my apple, my little interactive apple in my Halloween journal, or the interactive heart in my last video about interactive journal ideas. So if you haven't seen that, then go and have a look if you want to make some things, but it's pretty simple. And then I just added the little magnolia title page onto the front of this, and now it's like a little book. So when I stick it in, I'll be able to open and close it and kind of have a tiny weeny little record of that recipe. So if I ever need to read it again, I probably won't be able to because it's too small, but I don't mind. I just wanted to have a cute miniature version of it in this spread. After I stuck down these photos, I pretty much did my usual process of going to town with loads and loads of stickers and those little washi petals, and then add in a lot of writing about my experience and kind of some notes from the recipe. I really enjoyed making these. I feel like the batter was easy. They didn't look that great, but they were like weirdly nice. There was enough of a flavour from the petals to make it feel like it was worth doing and I wasn't just eating batter, but it also wasn't very strong. It was quite subtle, so it wasn't just like, oh my god, I'm eating plants. It was like a good in the middle, and I thought it was interesting that the recipe said to try it with like a savoury version with some sweet chili sauce or a sweet version with honey or icing sugar. Well, we did both. And I thought they were both really nice. I was surprised by that, how they could be both savoury and sweet, so they worked for both. So I wrote a little bit about that. And yeah, I was really happy with how this page turned out. I thought it was really pretty, and it is quite different from the rest of the pages in this journal. So when I've showed you the finished pages, I'll take you on a little flip through the other pages in here. I haven't done that much in here. I literally started it years ago. So if you saw the video that's like starting my herbal grimoire on this channel, I was very optimistic, as I usually am when I start a project, and I thought I would do loads of things, but it kind of just went unfinished and untouched for literally ages. I'd done a few more bits than what you'd seen in the first video, but then I left it. It's been reignited recently. I've been making a few pages in it, but this is definitely my favourite one. Here's how the spread looks all completed. I'll show you outside as well. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks so cute and just like a nice celebration of spring and making flower fritters, and it makes me want to do more things like this. It also makes me want to make more pages in this style, because I'll show you the rest of the journal now, but they're definitely not the same vibe. I started a little spread about ginger and making crystallized ginger, and then some about some cherry plum, hawthorn and blackthorn flowers and how to tell the difference, because they're kind of an introduction to foraging what's around me and just getting used to that. And then I have some notes on digital plant identification apps, on how to forage responsibly, a little glossary of terms, and then from that old video just the contents page and the title page. So there's definitely a lot more to make in this journal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you to Fern Freud for this book and this recipe. So if I try out any more recipes from this book and have any more adventures like this, I'll be sure to share the process with you again. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, I challenge you to do something today that will take you a little bit out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be going to random people's houses and asking to use the flowers from their trees to make a strange recipe. It could just be trying something new. Maybe it could be trying a new recipe, digging out your supplies and trying like a new style of journaling, wearing an outfit you really want to wear but you wouldn't usually, even if it's only around your house. Just challenge yourself to do something a little bit differently and just romanticize your life, embrace it in small fun ways, because that's what it's all about. And if you really like that kind of energy and you're feeling like it's spring, you want to do more of this like playful, going out your comfort zone, trying new things, and you haven't seen it yet, I do recommend my How to Embrace Spring video, because I was in the same kind of mood as this last spring. Apparently spring is when my personality defrosts and I'm like, wow, we can actually do things. In that video I talk about different ways to embrace spring and to like reignite your creativity, so if that's something you're looking for, then I recommend it. I'm only talking about it so much now because I feel like I made it throughout spring last year and then posted it kind of at the end of spring where people were like, okay, but I'm preparing for summer now. So I'm trying to relaunch it almost, because I'm very proud of that video, and it was more like the kind of style of video I'm trying to make now, which is more like a vlog, little parts of life, little bits of creativity. I worked on it a lot, I'm very proud of it, and I think it really encapsulates the feelings that I'm having now about spring again, the kind of fresh start, the new beginnings, embracing your creativity. It feels very relevant, and I just wanted to encourage you to check it out if you haven't seen it yet, because I just really like that video. If you do try out making magnolia fritters or any other kind of weird and wonderful recipes, or you just make a journal spread that was in any way inspired by something I've done today, I would love to know, because I love seeing what you create. And also if you have any ideas for things that you would like to see me try out, then just let me know, because I'm in the spirit of trying new things. So who knows, maybe I'll take one of your suggestions and turn it into my next video. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, if you want to see more from me, please check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/KiaCreates. There's a free tier where you can just kind of keep up with what I'm doing, kind of like following me on social media, but you'll actually see what I post. There's a tier for digital downloads where I create and share a printable each month. This could be journaling related, printable ephemera, templates, It just depends on the month. It's like a little lucky dip, you don't know what you're gonna get. And then I also have some tiers where you can get physical mail, like me sending you new and exclusive sticker sheet designs. It's very exciting, so check that out if you're interested. Whether I see you there or not, hopefully I'll see you back here for the next video. And until then, thank you for watching, happy journaling and happy spring energy. Bye!